Good morning, everyone. The committee will come to order. I think it's fitting that yesterday was Groundhog's Day, as I am still the chairman of the Energy and Natural Resources Committee this morning. I think the last time I was here, I said that was my last hearing, and we're getting close. Anyway, we are here today to consider the nomination of Governor Jennifer Granholm to be the Secretary of Energy. I'd like to thank Senator Manchin and Senator Barrasso for their work to organize this business meeting, and I will turn to them now for their opening statement. Senator Manchin.
Thank you, Chairman Murkowski. And as a former governor, I understand the importance of having one's own team in place, and it is especially important for the President to have the heads of the executive departments who are also members of his cabinet confirmed and on the job. The Senate has a constitutional responsibility to advise and consent to the President's nomination, and our committee plays an important role in the process for the principal officers at the Department of Energy, the Department of Interior, and the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. It is an important responsibility, and I have always admired the diligence and dispatch with which Senator Murkowski scheduled action on the nominations referred to our committee. I intend to follow her example and carry on in that tradition. I'm pleased, and especially pleased, that the first nomination the committee will consider in this Congress is Jennifer Granholm's nomination to be Secretary of Energy. As I said, as Governor Granholm's hearing last week, I believe she's extremely well qualified to lead the Department of Energy, and I strongly support her nomination. I have known Jennifer since we were governors together more than a decade ago, and I saw how she handled the difficult challenges facing her during the Great Recession when the bottom dropped out of the auto industry in her state. She was up to those challenges. She helped save the domestic auto industry. She diversified Michigan's economy. She brought in new investments in new industry, and she created new jobs, and she left no worker behind. And I know she will continue to apply that mindset at the national level. She has the leadership skills, the vision, and the compassion for the people we need at the helm of the Department of Energy to face the climate challenge and at the same time preserve our energy security, protect our national security, and clean up the Cold War legacy, and preserve our scientific and technological prowess. I am pleased to support her nomination, and I urge all of my colleagues to join me in voting to report her nomination out today. Thank you, Madam Chairman.
Thank you, Senator Manchin. Senator Barrasso.
Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'd like to say a few words before we vote. During Governor Granholm's testimony, she stated that she understands the need for American energy dominance and American energy innovation. She agreed it was a good thing that the United States is the world's leading producer of oil and natural gas. She agreed that lower energy prices and high-paying American energy jobs were good things. And Governor Granholm agreed that American fossil fuels being exported around the world helps keep America an influential energy superpower. I was encouraged to hear her commit to the development of carbon capture technologies and advanced nuclear power. Carbon capture, utilization, and sequestration and nuclear development hold the keys to significant emission reduction. So she also rightly recognized the need to support America's uranium production and supply of critical minerals. These are prime examples of areas where there's bipartisan agreement on how to address climate change. For these reasons, she has the votes to clear this committee and be confirmed on the Senate floor. I expect we're going to work together closely on these efforts when she is at the Department of Energy. Governor Granholm also stated multiple times that she didn't want to see anyone lose their job or get left behind. But this is precisely what the Biden administration is doing. By signing executive orders to ban oil, gas, and coal production on federal lands, to kill the Keystone XL pipeline, and to rejoin the Paris Climate Agreement, the President will throw thousands of Americans out of work. Their livelihoods are being sacrificed in the name of the Biden agenda. The Biden administration is telling these oil rig, coal mine, and well workers that they can simply get new jobs, quote, building solar panels. In the words of John Kerry, these policies will give these workers, as he said, better choices. Well, in 2019, the average salary of an energy worker in the oil and gas and coal industry was roughly $75,000 a year. Average salary of a solar panel installer, about $45,000. So if the Biden administration gets its way, it will give every worker, an energy worker, a better choice of taking a $30,000 pay cut. That's even if the jobs exist. To that point, the Washington Post fact checker said John Kerry was offering, quote, false hope with a misleading use of statistics, close quote. So we've heard this all before when President Biden was vice president. It's called the cylinder syndrome, millions of green jobs that never materialize. The Washington Post fact-checker said it expects just 10,400 new wind and solar jobs over the next 10 years. In Wyoming alone, a ban of oil, gas, and coal leasing on federal land could result in 33,000 workers losing their jobs. Where are these workers supposed to go? How will they provide for their families? As I said at the governor's nomination hearing, I will not stand by as the Biden administration tries to crush Wyoming's economy. Tens of thousands of workers in other states like New Mexico, Texas, Colorado, and Montana will lose their jobs as well. The leasing ban will also cut hundreds of millions of dollars that are used by states to pay for public schools, for roads, for bridges, and other essential services. I can't support a Biden administration agenda that throws my constituents out of work and kills the economies of the communities in which they live. During their first week in office, President Biden and his administration have declared war on American energy. I can, in good conscience, vote to approve his nominee for Secretary of Energy, and for that reason, I will not support the nomination.
Senator Barrasso. Other members wishing to speak, I would note we do have a quorum, so we can move to proceed to the vote, but if members wish to provide comments prior to, Senator Stabenow.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair, and I want to thank everyone for pulling us together. I just simply wanted to say, as the senator from Michigan, I've seen up close the leadership that Governor Granholm provided, her talent, her diligence and working hard every day, and I strongly support her being confirmed. Thank you.
Thank you. Other members who wish to make comments? Senator Lee.
Thank you, Madam Chair. I have great respect and admiration for Governor Granholm. I first met her about a decade ago. I believe it was in the green room of the NBC studio here in Washington. We had a good visit then. I've had several great ones since then. Each time I've been very impressed with her on a personal level and on a professional level. She's capable, she's competent, she's sincere. I wish I could vote for her. I would like to be able to vote for her. I so strongly disagree with this administration's energy policies and what it's done already through executive order, by taking actions that in my state are already resulting in dire economic consequences. I not only hoped but intended to vote for her before these executive actions were taken. For reasons stated by Senator Barrasso, I can't in good conscience confirm her to this position, knowing that that's the approach this administration is taking. By executive fiat, they are jeopardizing American energy independence and security. And they're devastating much of Utah's economy. I can't support that and will reluctantly vote against her.
Other comments, other members? Seeing none, then, I'd like to proceed to a vote on the one item on today's agenda. The agenda was circulated previously. We have a reporting quorum of 11 members present. We'll now move to a roll call vote on the nomination of Jennifer Granholm to be Secretary of Energy. The question is on the nomination of Ms. Granholm, and the clerk will call the roll.
Ms. Murkowski.
Aye.
Mr. Barrasso. No. Mr. Risch.
Yes by proxy?
Mr. Lee. No. Mr. Daines.
Aye.
Mr. Cassidy.
No by proxy?
Mrs. Hyde-Smith.
No.
Mr. Hoven. Mr. Manchin.
Aye.
Mr. Wyden.
Aye by proxy.
Mrs. Cantwell. Aye. Mr. Sanders.
Aye.
Ms. Stabenow. Aye. Mr. Heinrich.
Aye.
Ms. Hirono. Aye. Mr. King. Aye. Ms. Cortez Masto. On this vote, the ayes are 13, the nays are 4. The nomination is agreed to.
The ayes have it. The nomination is ordered reported favorably. Any other comments that members would choose to make at this time? With that, the business meeting is concluded. We can move now to the hearing that is scheduled this morning.